Girl Powerful is on a mission to make every girl feel valued, heard, and seen. Joining us today are founders Sonia and Teddy Surge to share how they're going about doing this. Good morning to you, both beautiful women.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So this is something that is so near and dear to my heart, not only because I'm female, but because I have a daughter as well. And I think it's so important, especially as children are young, to start teaching them how to value themselves. What's the first thing that we can do to start teaching our daughters to how to go about doing this?
Well, the first thing you can do is be a really good role model, like you're doing by going to work every day, taking care of your body and your mental health. That's always what we love to see is moms that are doing their thing to be a really good role model for their daughter. And then obviously you can role model really good tools that we have in our Girl Powerful book that we're going to lead you in right now. Let's do something from the self-love page.
Okay, so this is the book.
Yeah, Girl Powerful.
So this is the journal we wrote, and it's all based on social and emotional learning. So in 2014, Teddy and I started mentoring girls after school, and we realized that there are so many mental health tools out there that we were starting to learn as adults. And we're like, man, our life would be so different if we knew this as a young girl. So that's where it's all coming from.
Yeah, it's so true. Before we start, I just want to say this because I think as a woman, it's really hard when we get all these messages from social media, from our environment of, what a woman can look like. And oftentimes it's just, how do you look externally, right? Or we're taught to be, a good girl, be a little bit quieter, play a little bit smaller, don't make us uncomfortable out here in the world. So I love what you're doing with this.
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot with social and emotional learning, which is what everything we do is based on, leadership skills, and then taking opportunities and risk taking is a part of all of this too. And when you feel good about yourself and your insides are really whole and you're I really feel confident, then you can stand up and be like, hey, what about me? Or hey, I don't like how you're talking to me. And all those kind of verbal things that we need to feel comfortable in our own skin to share with people. And then therefore we're not having trauma over again by staying quiet.
That's right. And one of the things I did when I wrote down the 5 things that I do like about myself, which honestly, it was easier for me now. If you'd asked me 10 years ago, I probably would have said, wait, what? I have to write what I like about myself. But today it's much easier just from my experiences, adversities, and really knowing who I am as a woman in her 40s now. But one of the things I did write was I'm a risk taker and I'm an adventurer. And those really do challenge me and push me right to the edge, which I think makes me a little bit more confident in the world as well.
Yeah, every time you see or try something new, then you're moving along in your journey, and then you're it's putting a coin in your confidence bank. So it's really awesome, and I think that's beautiful that you're so comfortable sharing, because we do a lot of circles with the girls from 8 to 14, but then we also run women's circles, and we've seen a lot of women that can't say one kind thing about themselves. And we're looking at them, and we know them personally, and we're we could do a laundry list for you.
Yeah.
So even if it's uncomfortable, it's important for a woman to spend time taking care of herself by listing gratitude lists, by doing self-love talk, positive self-love talk. And then we also have this card deck.
It's right here.
So we have the journal, and then we also have a affirmation card deck. And this we developed this year. It's 64 prompts to use positive self-talk in the mirror. So we started in 2014, and we noticed when we would ask women or girls to say one kind thing about themselves, their shoulders would just, slug, their eyes would go to the floor. They couldn't stand there, powerfully and say one good thing about themselves. So we're we need to be on a mission to change how girls talk to themselves in the mirror. So in comes the card deck.
Yeah.
And one thing I'll just read an example is, my thoughts matter, so I keep them positive. And then there's a prompt. So it says, stand in star pose and say yes 10 times. Each time get louder and more enthusiastic. So we actually do this with our girls in our virtual classes. And we do it, and it seems so silly and so, I don't know, just so silly. But it changes everyone's mood. There's an energy shift.
Yeah.
It really
It's an icebreaker.
Yeah, it's a really nice icebreaker.
Because as we know, it is so crucial to speak to ourselves kindly, right? That's where it all comes from. That's how our emotions come, our feelings come from how we talk to ourselves. I was in a class in college, and this was such a powerful exercise for me. We had to go around, and people had to put Post-its on your back of what they liked about you, just a word. And then you get all these Post-its, and you put it on a board, and it's like, wow, okay, so that's how they see me. How can I internalize that? Does that resonate with me? And then you really start to learn more about yourself. So this is so great what you're doing with young girls. How can our viewers find out more information?
Yeah, thank you. So you can find us on Instagram at Girl Powerful Project, and then our website is girlpowerful.org. So we have a big virtual self-care summit coming up December 5th, and we have girls from across the country joining. So we're doing everything on movement, hygiene, fueling your body with healthy food. So that will be an all-day summit, December 5th.
And then we're leading empowerment with our book. Woo! And every girl will get one.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, Sonia and Teddy Serge.
Thank you, Angela.
Have a good day. Bye.